There is a hidden secret to wealth which I stumbled upon many years ago, and I'm going to reveal that same secret to you today in this video. My name is Joseph, and in this session, I'm going to be explaining to you why it is important you take hold of this secret, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, or where you live. This secret to wealth is really working. I've tested it times without number, and honestly speaking, I am still surprised that many people still don't understand it. Now, I'm going to be giving you both biblical explanations and real life scenarios, which I feel will help you understand what I'm trying to say. And hopefully, you too can do the same. And when we talk about wealth and we talk about riches, first, let's look at the definition of wealth. Who is a wealthy person? Or who is a person that is considered to be a rich person? Is it someone that have hundreds of thousands and millions stored in his bank account, or someone that is liberal in the community and gives to whoever is in need and solve people's problem? All right, so your definition of riches and wealth will also play an important role in understanding what I'm about to explain to you. One of the hidden secrets of wealth is to understand that your income, your resources, maybe you make a business, you venture into a business transaction and you are able to make tangible amount of money and things like that, or maybe you are being paid your salary and you make a good income. One of the secrets to wealth is to give 10% of your income back to nature. You can take it to your church, you can take it to, you just have to understand that 10% of your income is not your own. It's not your own. It is a seed. Consider it a seed, just like a farmer. You planted maize and you had a bountiful harvest. What do? You keep certain portion of the seed to plant again in the next season, right? Now, that is how wealth or money also operates. If you're working in a company and let's assume your income is like 5 million per month, 10% of that 5 million doesn't belong to you. You can start arguing with yourself, but I'm telling you, it is meant to go back to nature. Now, let's assume you come across someone like me and you decide to give that 10% of your income to me. Do you know what it's going to do to me in my life? You can also take it to your place of worship. If you are so disgruntled about taking your money to church or your resources to church, but the bottom line of this is that you have to give that 10% back to nature. I'm saying the word nature because before the whole world about, you know, church, mosque, and things like this exist, this principle has always been there. You can't ignore it. You can't change it. And it keeps working. So what I'm trying to explain now is this. Try as much as possible to always give 10% of your increase back to God. Take it to your place of worship. You can send it to your pastor. You can send it. Give 10% back to nature. Give 10% back to God. Now, I want to take you back on a journey into the Bible. When Eve was in the garden with Adam. God has committed all the resources into their hand. They have the cheetahs, they have the lion, they have the fruits, the trees, everything, they have it. But they were expected not to touch a particular tree. No, two trees. The tree of life and the tree of knowledge. But because of the human desire to always have 100% of everything, they lost their place in the Garden of Eden. Eve went ahead to take the fruit of knowledge, being deceived by the serpent, the devil. So what happened? Everything else that is given to them free now becomes something they have to labor to get. Now you get the point. Don't try to keep 100% of everything. Make it a point of responsibility or a point of duty to always give 10% back to God, 10% back to nature. Just do it. It may not make sense, but just do it. Now imagine if they have been so satisfied with everything committed into their hands and avoided those two trees. That two trees symbolize 10%, but as humans, you want to take the whole 90 plus the 10% you are supposed to give back to nature. You want everything 100%. The same thing happens in marriages. You have a wife that cherishes you so much, you have a husband that loves you so much. You have to be able to relate and live together in peace and harmony. But maybe because of one or two issues, you now start having extramarital affair. Do you know what you're trying to do? You want 100% satisfaction. You want everything 100%. It doesn't work. Life is not like that. The maximum you can have in possession is 90%. Just put that in your head. 90% is the maximum. Whether your wife is misbehaving or your husband is misbehaving, you have to get to this point and you say, this character, this behavior, or this things that is happening is the 10% I'm giving back to nature. But when you are so determined to make sure that you get everything 100%, the remaining thing you have gathered in life, watch it, you may lose it. There are many people that are so stiff-handed, they can't give. They make millions every day, every month, they can't give. They keep piling up this money in their account and, having it growing up. Do you know what happens at the end of the day? Someone that did not labor, that doesn't like them, that doesn't know them, may be the person that will enjoy that wealth in future. Without stress, without labor. Now, you could have spread the 10% to different people while you live. But instead, the whole wealth will now go into the hands of one person. This is the secret of wealth. You can only accumulate as much as 90%. 90% is good for you. Return the 10% back to humanity. There may be a woman in your street, there may be a man in your community, an old woman, a widow, an orphan. Do something. If you are earning like 10 million and you sow, this has got nothing to do whether you are a Christian or you're a Muslim. If you are earning like 10 million and you sow a seed of 1 million, let's say you sow a seed of 1 million into my life, do you know what that will do? That seed of 10% can lift someone out of poverty for life. Change someone's story. The choice is yours.